What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video we have two major topics to actually talk about. We first off have to talk about Bruno Mars being the festival artist for Season 9, and then we also have to talk about the brand new LEGO Expeditions game mode. So I will be recapping all the information you need to know, telling you all the juicy bits and main focus parts in here, because there are some really big updates actually, and also giving you a dumbed down version of this entire blog post, allowing you to know what actually is LEGO Fortnite Expeditions without having to read through every single thing in this blog. But first off, let's start it off with Bruno Mars, because this is what we were waiting for before recording today's video. Bruno Mars is officially the next Fortnite festival artist that will have a whole entire music pass. Originally, it was rumored that was going to be Daft Punk, and then it was rumored to be deadmau5, and now we're having this situation where it actually ends up being Bruno Mars. Now, deadmau5 is still going to actually have some type of collaboration with Fortnite. He is set to get a guitar and a set of drums and a whole entire set of vehicle cosmetics for the McLaren over in Rocket League, which will cross over to Fortnite. So deadmau5 is still going to have a part in Fortnite coming up very soon, but that is more so focused on the Rocket League side of stuff, while Fortnite itself actually gets a brand new set of Bruno Mars cosmetics. Firstly, we have a brand new main stage that will be activated for the Bruno Mars season. I'm not for sure if we're going to be getting a brand new like jam stage, but, you know, it's most likely that we'll get a few changes here and there, and I wouldn't be surprised if an image of the jam stage, if it is modified, comes out a little bit later today. But the main important part here isn't even the Bruno Mars thing, but it's this game improvement section. Now, it has a few things here, you know, that are related to game improvements, but I will go ahead and kind of recap it and, you know, dumb it down here. But the most important part is this very bottom one. This is for all Fortnite players, where true random has officially arrived in the game. You guys may know I've complained about this before in my videos, where when you're in the lobby, you'll have your whole entire random rotation set on random favorites or whatever else, and it will just keep playing one of your random songs the entire time on loop over and over and over again until you actually get in another match. However, as of this video right here, when you choose random for all of your lobby music and when tomorrow's update comes out, a new song will play when the current song ends or when you return to the lobby, meaning no longer will you have to listen to Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso in your lobby 500 times while you're working on something else on another monitor, or you're waiting for someone or whatever else. Now, once Espresso plays once, it'll move over to a new song, whether that's, you know, Juice WRLD or whether it's going to be Bruno Mars, who knows. It can actually shuffle through like it currently does, but it will now no longer keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, unless you only have one song selected or you have your randomized on like one favorite. In that case, of course, you're just going to be getting that one song, but I am so happy that this is finally coming to the game. I've been wanting true random for the longest time, and it makes me actually want to have my lobby music on now. But in terms of other stuff they're actually adding, we have the all-time leaderboard returning from across all the seasons. So now, instead of just seeing the seasonal leaderboard for the current season, you can see the all-time leaderboard across every season Fortnite Festival has ever actually had, which has been tracking this entire time. It's been in the API, it was just never re-enabled in-game, so it's nice to see that it's going to be here right now. And it mentions that, you know, the all-time leaderboard will be available in the music library and the main leaderboard screen, but then they also mentioned that they're making some new customizable options in terms of how you're actually finding your own jam tracks by adding more alphabetical letter options. So instead of just being A to Z, where it's all the you know, jam tracks listed from the alphabet of A all the way down to alphabet of Z, now you can do A to B, which is only letter A and letter B jam tracks, or letter A and letter B, you know, songs by certain artists or whatever else. So it is interesting to see how they're adding a lot more letter options for you to go ahead and find songs just a little bit quicker. In terms of other stuff though, we have to talk about Bruno Mars, of course. Let me see if I can zoom this in to make this a little better. Yeah, there we go. As you can see right here, this is the brand new item shop bundle that will be dropping, which includes quite a few things. This will come to the game when Season 9 begins tomorrow, and it's called the World Tour Bundle, and it will be available until the end of Fortnite Festival Music Pass Season 9. It includes the Bruno-san outfit with a description of Take It Around the World, which includes the Bruninho style. I'm probably butchered that, but you guys kind of get. But the whole entire design of this outfit is, we got the base variant right here, which is kind of focused on Tokyo, Japan, and then we have this variant over on the left, which is actually focused on Brazil, which is pretty cool to actually see. But, you know, it is one of the new skins. Now, of course, it's not two separate skins, it's just one skin with the variant to go ahead and put yourself in Brazil if you want to, but it also includes the Bruno's Collection back bling, which is this little back bling right here, which is like a Tokyo coin slot machine, like a arcade machine, I guess you would call it. It has a description of a perfect mix. We have the floating notes contrail with a description of drift like Mars. This is this contrail right here. I know it kind of looks cool that I could have seen this being also a glider, but it appears to just be a contrail right there. We got the Bonde do Bruna, I'm sorry, I can't say it, but we got the Bonde do Brunao emote right here, the description of things are looking up. We got the same exact emote getting a jam track as well, description of a souvenir from Brazil. We have the Key Charm Keytar, which is actually this left keytar right here in the image down below, with a description of a real collector's item, and then we got the worldwide base with a description of Make 'em Hear You Everywhere, which is the item over on the right side. Now, it doesn't appear like we know the actual pricing for this bundle. It might be a little bit lower. Yeah, it's not actually in here, but that's not all that you're actually getting, because while this bundle includes all this stuff, also in the item shop will be 2 different jam tracks you'll be able to pick up during the entirety of Season 9. So the entire length of Season 9, these jam tracks will be available for purchase. We have Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars's collab song, Die With A Smile, and then we also have Apartment, or Appetit, by Rose and Bruno Mars. And I'm kind of excited for this one to be in the game, because that is a jam track that I've been wanting for a little bit of time, but it is interesting to see that they're going to be having 2 jam tracks, and even though they're doing all the weird stuff like 40 jam tracks at a time in the item shop, these 2 will at least be available for the entire season, which makes me think that they'll also be in that free daily rotation for the entire season as well. And then down here we have the official Season 9 music pass. Now, we don't know when it actually ends, but it still costs 1,400 V-Bucks, and you will actually get this outfit right here, which is Die With A Smile Bruno, just for purchasing the brand new festival pass or getting it with the Fortnite crew. It mentions down here that you'll be able to get the Dreamers 2-shot back bling as a free reward near the beginning of the pass, meaning that even if you don't get that Bruno outfit, you don't buy the pass or anything else, you still can get a back bling from the whole collaboration, and it's this one right here. But there is a premium heavenly style, which is the gold style on the right, that you can only get by having purchased the actual festival pass. Down here below we get some new stuff, such as the Last Reprise guitar over on the left side, and then on the right side we get the Red Heart Kits drums, which is from the whole entire APT apartment, whatever you want to call it. I'm messing up today, but you get both of these you get the drum and the guitar from the actual festival pass. Down here below we get 4 brand new jam tracks, 2 of those coming from Bruno Mars themselves. We got Bruno Mars, Bruno-san's theme song as one of the jam tracks that is a premium reward. We got Sabotage, Munra, Part Institutio right here as one of the jam tracks. We got the Jackson 5 ABC as a jam track, meaning that technically Michael Jackson is now in Fortnite. And then as our 4th jam track in the actual premium pass, we got Silk Sonic Leave the Door Open. Of course, it does show that just the Leave the Door Open jam track right here, because they're not advertising all the jam tracks in the images. But as you continue going towards the end of the pass, you'll end up unlocking the heavenly style for the Bruno Mars Die With A Smile outfit as well, which has that gold and white theme kind of going on with it. So here is that, end of pass variant right there. And then if we go back up here, this is what the normal variant actually looks like. So it has a pretty sleek design towards the end of the pass. In terms of other music pass rewards, if you don't want to buy the pass, you can still get some free things, such as the Sonic Splash guitar over on the left side here, which is a really unique guitar to see in the game. We have the Hype emote, which is right in the middle, and then we also have the Paddle Bass over on the right side, which is kind of like a paddle you would use in like a paddle boat or whatever else. But it is interesting to see these are the 3 free rewards. But we also have 4 free jam tracks, all Epic Games inspired. We have Epic Games Dance Therapy over here on top left. We have Epic Games Into the Underworld, which was originally a Harmonix Audica track right here. Over on the right side, in the bottom left, we got the Epic Games Move jam track, which is a re-recording from Harmonix Fuser. And then in the bottom right, we have the Let It Burn jam track. So it's interesting to see how Dance Therapy, which is an emote in Fortnite, is getting its own little jam track in the game. It has a unique little icon they've got going on there. And it's interesting to see how they're still bringing stuff from Harmonix other projects, such as, Fuser and Odyssea, which I actually never knew about Odyssea. But if we go down here, we can actually see that they mentioned that the items mentioned above are just some of the free and premium rewards, because there will be more cosmetics coming in than when the update drops tomorrow that we don't currently know about, and they may be purchasable in the item shop at a later date because they're not exclusive. This part down here isn't really that important. It's just talking about the things that you're able to actually record and post on YouTube with support a creator code that are going to be eligible for you to earn money off of it, which is Apartment, Apata. We got Die with a Smile, and then we got Bonde de Bruno. I probably butchered it again, but you know, it's one of the things in there. But that isn't all we have to talk about today, because if we go over here, we also have LEGO Fortnite Expeditions. Now, I know this video is a little long here, so I am going to kind of just let you look at some of these images, and then I'll recap all the information for you, because I can dumb this down into like a 1-2 minute segment or whatever else. So here's all the images that you may need to know, you know, all the little cool infographics. But what even is LEGO Fortnite Expeditions? Well, LEGO Fortnite Expeditions is a brand new PvE mode for up to 4 players. You can play it solo if you want to, you can play it with 2 people, 3 people, or a total of 4. But it is the newest PvE mode to actually come to the game, and of course, you know, you can see some of these images here. This is the main important part that I'll go ahead and mention before we talk about everything else, but there will be new Twitch drops that are available for the Zarek Dares loading screen and some decor items. These will start June 18th at 9 AM Eastern Time, so in the afternoon when the update tomorrow actually comes out, and it'll last until June 23rd, and by watching for up to 1 hour and 30 minutes, you'll be able to get a free loading screen and a few decor items that you'll be able to actually use in all the LEGO experiences. But back to what we're talking about here, I can go ahead and play this video because it doesn't really have anything too crazy go. Oh, what? That is not 4K. Thank you. Anyways, what is LEGO Fortnite Expeditions? Well, it's a brand new PvE mode for 1 to 4 players, and it's mission-based gameplay where you fight against Daigo's evil forces. The Supernova Academy is basically your home base or your hub with characters like Vengeance Jones and Hopeset, where you're able to kind of interact with them, talk to vendors, purchase upgrades, all that type of stuff. In terms of mission locations, we have a few spots such as Utopia City, which is related to, you know, evacuating citizens, setting up communication towers, preventing attacks. We have the Spire Excavation Site, which is investigating Daigo's Spire digging operations. We have the Busted Bridge, which is basically just combat on a bridge. You know, it's normal superhero things, the typical thing you would see from superheroes. And then coming in a future update, we have Demon's Domain, which is also known as Daigo's HQ, and the Academy itself as a place you can actually have a mission on, instead of it just being that, you know, safe hub that you can go to. There are team projects and assignments where you'll be able to complete missions which help global team projects, unlocking new buffs and new missions for you to actually do. There'll be side tasks from facility and students that are called the Academy assignments that you're able to do as well. And then we have different hero classes which are switchable at the Academy. We have the Shadow Caller, which flies, explodes enemies, hills, and can turn into ravens. We have the Hunter, which is a high single target damage attack that you're able to actually do, which uses stuff like grapplers and traps. We have the Rift Rippler, which uses Rift Crystals for area of effect damage and buffs and has very high mobility. In terms of actually upgrading the characters, you'll earn hero XP from missions and from killing enemies, and each hero class will have its own upgrade path and skill tree that you're able to kind of mix and match and go between, which is of course, you know, these heroes back down here, if we can go ahead and show it real quickly, these guys, but they also have their own set of tools that you can get from the vendors. We have the Dual Daggers over here on the left side, which is actually fast strikes. It's kind of like a spiral area of attack thing that you can do. We have the Warhammer over on the right side, which is a 2-handed tank weapon with heavy slam area of effect attacks that you can do. We have the Plasma Pistols, which are right here in the middle, which are ranged weapons with overheat and dash fire abilities. And then not visualized in this blog post anywhere, we also have gadgets, which are basically little ways for you to get stat boosts, and you can equip up to 3 gadgets at a different time. Think of it like the totems in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, where they're not an active item you really use, but they're small little stat buff boons that you can put on your character, whether it's more health or more damage, or whatever else it might actually be. In terms of other stuff, we also have the enemies of this season, which if we scroll down here, you can see right here. We have Spires, which are the crystal light sentient creatures. We have the Light Demon Guard, which is going to have bows, swords, and slam punches. We have the Heavy Demon Guard, which can use all of the major weapons in the games, which makes me think that, you know, the major weapons are such as these up here, you know, the main tools that you yourself can use as a hero. We have Core as an actual enemy, which has fast-moving lieutenants who summon minions, or actually is a fast-moving lieutenant. We have Titans, which are over here on the right side, and they're the massive creatures you can fight, which are huge enemies that are best fought when you have a team of friends with you to actually go up against them. And then the final boss of Expeditions is going to be Daigo himself. Of course, you won't be able to actually fight the final boss as of yet, you have to wait for that to come in a future update, but it is interesting that they have an in-game already planned for this boss. Now, in terms of ways that they're actually going to be integrating into LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, stuff like Expeditions content can be accessed via both the Odyssey and Brick Life Battle Bus stations, but spires that are currently enabled in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey will be activated in July and start spawning spire enemies. Expedition weapons, aka these things right up here, will actually be able to be crafted in Odyssey starting with tomorrow's game update, and then hero classes, which are, the characters we just talked about, these three right here, are coming to Odyssey in the future, meaning that all the special effects and all the crazy gimmicks that are actually coming to Expeditions tomorrow are also going to slowly make their way into Odyssey, meaning that you yourself will also be able to become a hero. And one of the interesting things, if we go back up here to this little trailer, is actually past this Expedition screen right here, because it shows potentially another hero class that you'll be able to play very soon, which is none other than Superman. So this is a lot of stuff to actually be expecting with this brand new game mode. It's going to be interesting to see how this PvE mode actually evolves over time, and if it lasts longer than the other PvE mode that Epic Games sometimes kind of forgets that exists in the game, save the world. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Of course, this update will be releasing tomorrow, so tomorrow's video will be showcasing all the new cosmetics added into the game. But until next time, like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and peace out.